Welcome to my Kill Team Open travel vlog. This plane footage symbolises the travel portion of this whole warp mess. And here I am, Kill Team Open. It's the Friday before things start, and I'm going to do my absolute best to meet and greet, sign autographs, that sort of thing, as any true YouTube celebrity must do without actually helping to set up. How long can I keep that streak going? How long will it be until they suggest that I help them? Let's find out. This is what it looked like after it was all set up by the hard-working volunteers. Godspeed to their thumbs after setting up 50 into the dark terrain boards.
Screw airdrops and text messages. I'm just going to take a
Oh
picture
yeah,
of
good,
the
I can
picture.
airdrop, couldn't I?
How's the tent, Ben?
The Tentavilion?
Yeah,
I think you'll find it's quite lovely.
excellent. First game of day one was Command Point's Ryan versus Nick Craven. It was Intercession versus Blooded, and if I recall, Intercession took the win, giving both of the Command Point guys a strong round one. Mainly, this shot shows the tournament in full swing, just for your context. Dakota from Luster's Workshop on the left and Brett from Six-Sided Legion on the right. Smoothly cut to the Airbnb I stayed at with a few of the attendees. You know how it is, just a group of dudes being guys and bros being sirs. We now come to our gallery of rogues with Sheldon from Kill Team Stream on the right and Orion, number 8 in the world on ITC, having beaten Ace thrice with a thrice-cursed Gellerpox, both founding members of KTO. This is Steve, the man behind KTO, who handled all of the admin and made it all work, TBH. This is Dave, head TO and judge for Kill Team Open. Great guy, but blurry picture. My bad. Ben Cash, a head TO for Nova Open, delighting in stealing candies from babies, I presume. Dakota from Luster's Workshop, again, gets a mention here because he helped set up terrain, which was an absolute ball ache. Talking of ball aches, this is Blaine, a second member of Six-Sided Legion, who also helped set up the event. What mad lads they all are. This is Ben, the Napoleonic General of Battle Brothers Tabletop. Shane from the YouTube channel Command Point managed to take Legionaries to, if I recall, second place or third place. I can't find the results on BCP anymore because it's just such a great app. Ryan, also from Command Point, with the face of a man who just rolled a statistically above average number of sixes. This is Mark, father of Liam and Isaiah, who are the hosts of Woodley Warriors podcast, two young and enthusiastic Kill Team players that love the competitive scene and regularly embarrass far older players. Don't underestimate them, they will make a fool of you. This is Miguel. He's cool AF. As always, AF means as foretold, thank you. Alec has been into Kill Team for as long as I have and remains dope as hell. Jesse is a mad lad and rocks the Casbah. Linue was the winner of the VIP ticket giveaway I did on my channel, and he is also pretty much the main Kill Team event organiser in France. This picture symbolises good chicken and waffles along with the remaining crew living like kings. Hello everybody, okay, and this is, for the old timers, the first time that Glass Half Dead and Command Point have ever met, which is crazy to think that we were the bastion of Kill Teamers in the last edition. Anyway, you guys were actually playing the tournament, I was just standing around and socialising. But just quickly while I've got you here, obviously you did very well. We'll come to that in a moment, but sounds like you didn't do well. So, but just quickly, did you have like a favourite moment in the tournament or anything like that?
So, I mean, my favorite moment probably, honestly, had to have been my first game of the tournament, I guess we'll just call it, against Nick C.
Nick Craven.
Yeah,
Nick Craven, yeah.
Yeah, so that was my first time ever playing on stream at like any major live tournament, so that was pretty cool, and it was a great game.
Awesome. What about it? Did you like?
Oh, Nick's is just a great player.
Awesome. What were you playing?
I was playing Intercession.
And what was he playing?
He was playing the Blooded.
That explains it all.
Really good with
Easy win. Easy win.
Oh, for him.
All right. And Shane, what were you running?
I was running Legionnaires, mostly, pretty much just Nurgle. I had Slaanesh on the roster, but I just I only ran the Nurgle.
So that's an interesting thing. Whilst I was there, I don't know why, but every time I asked somebody that's playing Legionaries, because there were quite a few, like, what are you running? Everybody gave the same answer. Legionaries, 1 Slanesh. Why?
Wow, okay.
What is that? Like, genuinely, multiple people. That wasn't a joke.
So for me, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I had I technically had a few Slanesh on the roster, but only one of them was really there.
Yeah, sure.
And it was a Shrivetalon.
Okay.
Who I would only take if I played against Gellerpox.
Yep.
Because he can stun 2 guys every turn, basically. He kills a bug, stuns a guy within 3, and then he pays a CP, stuns another guy within 3. Okay. And Gellerpox really hate that.
Natch.
I never played against Gellerpox though, so I never took my Shrivetalon.
Okay, fair enough.
My Shrivetalon.
And obviously you did.
He did a little bit better than me.
I don't want to say it, but fair enough. Like, how did you do in the tournament?
I went 3 wins and a draw on day 1, so I went undefeated. So it put me in top pod.
Yeah.
And then I went 3-1. So everybody in top pod lost a game. Actually, nobody went undefeated.
Yes. No. Yeah, that's really interesting. Actually,
Yeah.
there were nobody undefeated.
I went 3-1. I had I finished second place in the tournament.
Nice.
I had the same victory points as the first place, and I had 1 less tack out. So
Nice.
it was about
So
as close
that
as
was,
you can
okay.
get.
Yeah. So really cool.
Yeah, but it was awesome. I mean, I really I was really happy with how it went. I thought I was playing very I don't know. I always play like super cagey when I'm at tournaments, but I just maybe it was the Legionnaire, but it was so easy to just go like nuts with them.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun.
But so did you? As now one of the top Legionary players out there, we could just say things. Nobody's going to proof check it. Whatever. Nobody's watching this. Did you have any tips for aspiring Legionary players apart from just run Nurgle?
Yeah, aside from run Nurgle, I would say I think you should be taking the aspiring champion over the chosen, pretty much always. And I think you should never not take the anointed. Some people don't take the anointed because he goes to demon mode and then he can't do mission actions. And some people will say, "Oh, well, I want to do mission actions."
Yep.
The anointed's so good; he's so important that you just take him always. And I almost always took the Grizzly trophy on him. Ace told me to do that. I talked to Ace about a month back, and he was like, "Just do it every time." And I'm like,
"Run that
all
tech."
Right.
Yeah.
And he was right. It's very good.
Okay.
And beyond that,
well, I've got a question about heavy gunners. What do you run? Do you always take a heavy gunner, or do you drop him out sometimes? Do you take a heavy bolter? Do you do that?
Like generically speaking, I don't default to it, but I did take a heavy gunner every game this weekend.
Okay, what are you looking for when you're thinking about the heavy gunner? I realize this sounds like such a niche question. I want to
So
know.
I only took the heavy bolter. I didn't take the other 2.
Oh, okay.
Although I do want to experiment with the Reaper chain cannon thing. Chris Baki was telling me that he really likes that, and I haven't really looked at it, so I want to take a look at that. But heavy bolter is just really nice because the 4-5 profile is super good. So anything with 8 wounds, it just melts. Yep. And it's also hits hard enough where it can threaten an elite if you get to shoot twice off. So it's just pretty flexible, and you give it a Malefic Blade.
Yep.
And it's just it's a really good flex model. It
can do whatever it needs.
Yeah, it can kill anything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's so great to finally meet you guys, genuinely.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do more together sometime.
Yeah.
Have a good one, guys. Once again, the plane still does symbolise movement, in case you missed that. What a 2 days that was. And let me tell you, I'm glad I'm recording this now, after I've travelled back to old Blighty, if you will, instead of recording it at the time. I was considering sitting down and doing a big, these are my thoughts as soon as it ended. Very happy I didn't. I needed a rest. Now I can also tell you about some chicken and waffles. Really good stuff. Moving on. Anyway, Kill Team Open. Let me tell you why it's good and why it's bad. First things first, it's a convention. Okay, so it's the only Kill Team specific convention. We have tournaments. We have tournaments that are of equal size, a little bit smaller maybe, but we don't have a convention. And ultimately it is important for the game as a whole to separate itself from other games. If we ever want to be something that is worthy of note, I suppose, we can't just be stuck in the corner of a 40k event. Ultimately, that's not going to be a healthy future for Kill Team in general. Unfortunately, because that's pretty much all GW gives us, and local game stores are like 20-man things. It means that some people are going to have to step out of their safety and put together something that is, frankly, just a huge personal risk. Luckily, we had the Kill Team Open crew. We had Steve Mancino, Dave, and Sheldon, and Orion, all willing to take that risk, and it worked out. It was a really good event. There was obviously a lot of crazy things going on. We can't say what it is, but if you know, you know. And I come from the UK. Right? I'm over here, British. We don't have drama here, but I love drama when it has nothing to do with me. The Americans have some drama. It's crazy. I can't say it, obviously, but whoa. You guys need to chill out. I don't know what's going on over there, but relax a bit. I don't know. You know? Be friends. Try that. Give it a go. See what happens. Stop hating people, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It was a really good event. I'm really glad that I went. I wanted to meet the American community at least once. This edition. Hopefully I will go again. I'm really excited about the idea of possibly, helping bring new people in to the game through like a non-Kill Team specific event, or going out to LVO next year, or Nova, or whatever. Who knows? But that's all for another time. Kill Team Open. Custodes. 2 of them made it to the top 10. That is easily the most interesting thing. Before we get to that, I have many thoughts. In fact, by the time you listen to this, I've probably already done a proper video where I've given my full thoughts about that. But this is, if you've seen that already, then you're about to hear my prototype thoughts before I've actually thought about it. And I'm just going off the top of my head here. But I do want to quickly say, soon you will see 2 kind of battle reports from me. They're not like real battle reports, but I played a battle. I played it into Chris Backey, who is, I think, ITC number 4, 5 or 6, I think, in the world. He was Cassikin, I was Hyrotech Circle. It was good. The only thing that wasn't good about that was my microphones didn't work. Hopefully, I'll be able to fix the audio, but that was really good fun. And then I also played into Orion Wilfong, who recently, did he win LVO? I think so. But more importantly, he won the finalists, the finals, the invitationals from GW last year. Yeah, last year. Where, of note is that he faced off with Ace, who is, if you're not unaware, Ace is the ITC number 1 in the world. Orion is number 8, and Orion came out on top with his Galapox. And I played into his Galapox with Intercession. The idea being that, Intercession is the most used team, it's the most average team, it's what most beginners are going to play. So who else would I want to run that into to get great tips? The number 8 in the world, who had just done really well with that team. So those 2 videos are coming at some point once I've edited together like our battle report. They were both great games, and you're going to get some real good advice from 2 of the top players in the world. Custodes. So I'm going to be honest. It was easily the most interesting thing at Kill Team Open is 2 Compendium teams. I don't care that they're Custodes. 2 Compendium teams, not just being in the top 10, but one of them winning the tournament. So first things first, it's really cool. It's good. I love it. What's more fun than a team that has been around since day 1, winning a year and a half later, after everybody discounted the entire compendium. That's just good sauce, man. Put that into my veins. Love it. We can talk about how it happens, why it happens, etc., etc., and sure enough, we will. But what's good to know is that nothing changed. There was no recent patch, there was no update. It was just people moved on from them and then didn't go back to look. And that's a really intriguing concept. Now let's assume that perhaps Talons had been figured out in open, and it took us 6 months to figure out that they could be ran into the dark in a more effective manner, which makes sense when you stop and think about it. But perhaps we should also consider what else the compendium could do. Suddenly, in a recent intel drop, I did pose the idea that I intend to do a compendium can it beat intercession type series or whatever. Because if you can beat intercession, then you are a team. You can compete. So cool to already know that I don't have to do Talons of the Emperor because I just won an 86 player tournament, I think. And that's really exciting as well. Because any team can win an 8-player tournament, right? It really doesn't mean much. But if you win a 2-day, 8-round, 86-player event, now you've got to take that result seriously. You've got to wonder why. You've got to wonder, what did people miss? And that is a video that is going to be talked about at some point, no doubt. There's another thing that was interesting. Obviously, I met all of the Kill Team Open people. I met Battle Brothers Tabletop, Ben, if you will. That was all great. But I do want to give a special shout out to, finally, after years, meeting Shane and Ryan from Command Point. That was really awesome because, you know, in my twilight years, I've become a bit of a sentimental old fool, I must say. And there's something pretty cool about, you know, those that have made the leap over from the old edition and are still running strong. And all I can say is I hope that they continue their content with a renewed vigor in the new edition. They've slacked a smidge. They've let their eye go off the ball to other game systems of late. But I hope that you know, for my own emotional well-being, they'll be coming back to Kill Team, and that'd be really cool. That's Command Point. Anyway, this voiceover symbolizes the end of the video.